Welcome back to our channel. Today we unravel the captivating story of Valerie Perrine, a trailblazing actress whose career embodied boldness, beauty, and talent. From her early days as a globe-trotting child to her rise as a dazzling showgirl in Las Vegas, and from her groundbreaking film roles to her unwavering commitment to authenticity, Valerie Perrine's life is a testament to resilience and artistic courage. Whether lighting up the screen in iconic performances or challenging Hollywood's expectations of femininity, Valerie left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Join us as we dive into the remarkable highs, the controversies, and the lasting legacy of this extraordinary actress. Childhood and family. Born in Galveston, Texas on September 3, 1943, Valerie was the daughter of a former United States Army officer and a Broadway dancer, an upbringing that balanced discipline with artistic flair. This unique combination of influences provided her with a perspective that would later inform her dynamic presence both on and off screen. Her father's military career meant a life of constant travel, a reality that gave young Valerie exposure to diverse cultures and experiences from an early age. As a child, she spent time in a convent in Japan, where the discipline and serenity of the environment likely left an impression on her developing personality. Her teenage years took her to Paris and Rome, two cities renowned for their art, culture, and sophistication. These formative years in some of the world's most vibrant cultural hubs undoubtedly broadened her horizons and introduced her to the richness of human expression, a quality that would later shine through in her acting roles. The constant movement not only nurtured her adaptability, but also gave her a worldly, adventurous outlook that set her apart. Living in cities with such distinct identities as Paris, Rome, and Tokyo may have also sparked her eventual inclination toward a career that embraced self-expression and reinvention. It's easy to imagine how seeing the world from such a young age helped her develop the charisma and confidence that would later captivate audiences. Even though Valerie had an unconventional childhood, she chose a traditional path after high school. She enrolled in university to study psychology. This decision hinted at a deeper intellectual curiosity and a desire to understand the human condition, something that later became a hallmark of her nuanced performances. However, she quickly found the routine of academia uninspiring and mundane. Her decision to drop out was not one of defeat, but rather a bold move toward a life that resonated more deeply with her free-spirited nature. This turning point marked the beginning of her journey into the unknown, a decision that set the stage for her transformation into a Hollywood icon. Valerie's ability to step away from a conventional path in favor of pursuing a more unpredictable, creative life demonstrated a level of courage and self-awareness uncommon for someone so young. It's this same fearlessness that would later define her career, allowing her to take on bold, groundbreaking roles that challenged societal norms and celebrated individuality. Valerie's nomadic upbringing and decision to leave behind a structured academic path were the perfect precursors to the life she would lead as an actress. Her early exposure to diverse cultures and experiences gave her a depth that translated seamlessly onto the screen, while her choice to embrace the uncertainty of a creative career showcased her determination to live authentically. Career beginnings and rise to fame. Valerie Perrine's journey to stardom began on the dazzling stages of Las Vegas, where her confidence, breathtaking beauty, and natural charm captivated audiences. She quickly became the headlining star of the famed Lido de Paris Revue at the Stardust, where her performances were a mesmerizing blend of grace and audacity. The role of a topless dancer wasn't just about allure, It was a demonstration of her fearless ability to command attention in a way few could. Fans and critics alike marveled at her elegance and the magnetic energy she brought to the stage. "She was unforgettable," said one fan in a 1970s feature on Las Vegas entertainers. Valerie didn't just perform, she owned the stage. But Valerie's ambitions reached far beyond the glittering lights of Vegas. Her first acting credit in Diamonds Are Forever, 1971, may have been uncredited, but it was a critical step in her transition from showgirl to actress. Even then, her screen presence hinted at something extraordinary. Everything changed at a seemingly ordinary dinner party in Los Angeles, where her vivacious personality caught the attention of a casting agent. It was a moment of serendipity, and it led to Valerie landing the pivotal role of Montana Wildhack in Slaughterhouse-Five, 1972. Despite her lack of formal acting experience, Valerie's unique blend of confidence and authenticity impressed the casting team. She brought a fresh, natural charisma to her screen test, even wearing one of her showgirl costumes to showcase her stage experience. The result? She landed the part and delivered a performance that broke barriers and redefined standards for actresses of the time. In Slaughterhouse-Five, Valerie's portrayal of Montana Wildhack was daring, seductive, and groundbreaking. Her ease with nudity and her ability to convey vulnerability without losing strength made her a standout in Hollywood. Audiences were enthralled by her boldness, and critics praised her as a trailblazer who redefined the possibilities for women in film. Valerie Perrine set the stage for what it means to fully own your power on screen, wrote one entertainment columnist in the 1970s. Social media fan pages dedicated to her legacy today still celebrate this performance as an unforgettable moment in cinematic history. But it wasn't just Slaughterhouse-Five that made Valerie a star. 2 years later, she delivered an unforgettable performance as Honey Bruce in Lenny, 1974. This role showcased her incredible range as an actress. Playing the wife of comedian Lenny Bruce, Valerie navigated the highs and lows of Honey's life, from glamorous showgirl to struggling mother and wife. Each stage of Honey's journey required Valerie to embody layers of complexity, and she did so with unmatched skill. Fans were moved by her authenticity, with one calling her performance a master class in raw emotion. Her work in Lenny did more than move audiences. It garnered critical acclaim on an international scale. Valerie's portrayal earned her some of the most prestigious accolades in film, including a BAFTA and the Cannes Film Festival Best Actress Award. She also received nominations for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe. Valerie Perrine has proved she's not just a star, but an artist, one review read at the time. Even decades later, fans revisit her Lenny performance as one of the finest in cinema history. The media buzz around Valerie's meteoric rise was impossible to ignore. Entertainment magazines, from Variety to People, celebrated her talent, while fan letters poured in praising her beauty and bravery. Talk shows clamored to have her as a guest, and her name became synonymous with boldness and authenticity in Hollywood. Yet amidst all the attention, Valerie remained grounded. She famously remarked, "I don't take Hollywood seriously. That's the key to surviving here." Key achievements and legacy in film. Valerie Perrine's career is a story of undeniable talent, breathtaking beauty, and a deep desire to define herself beyond the labels Hollywood placed on her. Despite working with some of the biggest names in the industry, such as Dustin Hoffman, Jack Nicholson, and Robert Redford, and being directed by iconic filmmakers like Sidney Pollack and George Roy Hill, Valerie struggled to maintain the level of fame she deserved. Her contributions to cinema were significant, yet her journey to lasting stardom was hindered by both the industry's expectations and her own determination to break free from them. Valerie's striking beauty was often the first thing people noticed about her. With her wide, captivating green eyes and cherubic face, she exuded a timeless allure that made her an instant standout. Her physicality, graceful, confident, and undeniably sensual, became a defining feature of her screen presence. Directors and audiences alike were mesmerized by her ability to bring a blend of innocence and seduction to her roles, creating characters that were as complex as they were visually stunning. However, this beauty, while an asset, became a double-edged sword. Hollywood in the 1970s often reduced actresses like Valerie to their physical appeal, typecasting them in roles that leaned heavily on their sexuality. Valerie's portrayal of bold, uninhibited women was groundbreaking for the time, offering a new vision of femininity that was both powerful and vulnerable. Yet, the industry's fixation on her sensuality overshadowed her versatility as an actress. While she shone in roles that required emotional depth and nuance, such as her award-winning performance in Lenny, 1974, the label of erotic goddess often clouded the recognition of her true range. Valerie herself was keenly aware of this limitation and actively resisted it. She turned down roles that would have further cemented her image as a seductress, most notably rejecting the lead in Body Heat, 1981. Despite the film's success and Kathleen Turner's iconic performance, Valerie's decision stemmed from a desire to redefine her career and avoid being boxed into a narrow archetype. This act of defiance showcased her commitment to her craft and her determination to be seen as more than just a symbol of sensuality. Walking away from roles like that was bold, some might even say risky, but that's who Valerie was. She didn't play by Hollywood's rules, and that's exactly why we admire her. While it may have limited some opportunities, it also demonstrated her integrity and refusal to compromise her principles. Valerie's choices reflected a deeper understanding of her worth as an artist, even if it came at the expense of mainstream fame. Scandals and controversies. Valerie Perrine's fearless decision to embrace nudity on screen, particularly in Steam Bath, was a moment that forever changed the landscape of television. Her role in this artsy, thought-provoking adaptation, where she appeared in the first-ever full-frontal nude scene on TV, sparked a whirlwind of controversy. It was a groundbreaking act that challenged conventions of the time, pushing boundaries and redefining how women could be portrayed in media. Valerie didn't shy away from the challenge, delivering a performance that was both daring and deeply authentic. Audiences were left stunned by her boldness. While some praised her as a pioneer of artistic freedom, others were quick to criticize, fueling heated debates about morality and the evolving role of women in entertainment. One fan of the era, writing to a popular entertainment magazine, described Valerie as a fearless artist who dared to bring something raw and real to the screen. On the other hand, some critics called her role controversial and unnecessary, demonstrating just how polarizing her choices could be. The media, unsurprisingly, latched onto the moment with fervor. Headlines blared with phrases like "the woman who changed TV" and "Valerie Perrine breaks barriers." Television specials and interviews dissected the cultural implications of her scene in Steam Bath, with some applauding the shift toward more honest depictions of human experiences, while others accused Hollywood of exploiting actresses. Despite the noise, Valerie remained poised and unapologetic. "I don't do it for shock value," she explained in an interview. "I do it because it's part of the character's truth." For Valerie, Steam Bath wasn't about controversy or sensationalism. It was about authenticity. Her portrayal brought an honest, vulnerability to her character, showcasing a side of humanity that was rarely seen on television at the time. In fact, many of her fans still consider this role one of her most iconic. A viewer recently commented on a social media tribute. She was ahead of her time. Valerie didn't just act, she made history. But with fame came challenges. Valerie's decision to embrace such roles inadvertently reinforced her image as a sex symbol, something she later admitted was difficult to escape. The industry often pigeonholed her, offering roles that leaned heavily into her sensual persona rather than her depth as an actress. This disconnect between her artistic aspirations and Hollywood's expectations created tension, yet it also highlighted her determination. Valerie actively turned down roles that focused solely on her physical appeal, even at the expense of her career. She wasn't just an actress, she was an artist committed to her craft. Fans and feminist critics alike celebrated Valerie's bravery. For many, she became a symbol of empowerment and self-expression, representing a new kind of actress who wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. Modern tributes to her career often highlight Steambath as a pivotal moment, not just for her, but for the entire industry. As one entertainment journalist recently wrote, Valerie Perrine didn't just step into the spotlight, she redefined it. Despite the controversies, Valerie's fans remained steadfast in their admiration. Across social media platforms, discussions about her contributions to cinema often paint her as a trailblazer. Valerie wasn't just beautiful, one Twitter user wrote. She was brave, talented, and unafraid to stand out in a world that tried to put her in a box. Later, career and other ventures, Valerie's career is one for the books, a story filled with resilience, versatility, and a deep passion for her craft. During the 1970s and 1980s, she solidified her presence in Hollywood with standout roles in major films that remain iconic even today. In Superman, she played a role that brought humanity to a film otherwise dominated by superhuman feats, earning her widespread recognition. Her appearance in The Border alongside Jack Nicholson was another career-defining moment, where her portrayal added emotional weight to the gritty storyline. Critics at the time praised her performance as subtle yet powerful, and her name became synonymous with authenticity in acting. Television audiences also got to experience Valerie's magic. She took on diverse roles, from enchanting viewers in the whimsical fairy tale theater to delivering gripping performances in Homicide, Life on the Street. Her ability to breathe life into such different characters made her a favorite among fans and a respected name in the industry. Media outlets hailed her as a chameleon, someone who could effortlessly transform into any character she portrayed. Fans often wrote letters or flooded TV networks with praise for her work, saying her performances felt real and relatable. As the industry evolved, so did Valerie. In the 2000s, she continued to showcase her talent in films like What Women Want, where her role brought a touch of humor and relatability to a romantic comedy that became a box office hit. She later appeared in The Californians, a lesser-known indie film, where critics again commended her for elevating the material with her emotional depth. Even as the frequency of her appearances began to decline, Valerie chose her projects with care, ensuring that each role mattered. Her final role in Silver Skies, 2016, was nothing short of poetic, a heartwarming story about aging and friendship that resonated with audiences, leaving many in tears. One fan tweeted, "Valerie's performance in Silver Skies reminded us why we fell in love with her acting in the first place. She's timeless." Throughout her career, Valerie remained a media darling, earning mentions in prominent magazines and newspapers, headlines like Valerie, Hollywood's quiet powerhouse, and the underrated star who shaped decades of cinema celebrated her work. Social media platforms have since become a hub for her fans to share nostalgic clips of her performances. One viral post from a fan account read, "Valerie didn't just act, she lived her roles. Watching her is like taking a masterclass in acting." Despite her gradual retreat from the limelight, her legacy has endured. Younger audiences are now discovering her work through streaming platforms, and fan pages dedicated to her career continue to grow. Many viewers express gratitude for her contributions, with comments like, "I never knew about Valerie until I saw Homicide, Life on the Street. Now I can't stop binge watching her older films." Relationships and personal life. Valerie Perrine's personal life wasn't just a chapter in her story. It was a testament to her independence, resilience, and vibrant personality. She was a woman who lived boldly, unapologetically, and always on her own terms. In an industry where maintaining authenticity can be a challenge, Valerie stood out as someone who refused to conform to expectations. Her vivacious spirit and candid honesty earned her the admiration of colleagues and fans alike, making her not just a star, but a beloved figure in Hollywood. Valerie's independence shone through in every aspect of her life. She wasn't afraid to take risks or make unconventional choices, whether it was turning down roles that didn't align with her values or stepping away from the Hollywood spotlight to prioritize her own well-being. Fans admired her for staying true to herself in an industry that often pressures stars to fit into narrow molds. Valerie Perrine wasn't just an actress, she was an inspiration. One fan commented on social media, "Her strength and individuality made her unforgettable. Her resilience was equally inspiring." Hollywood is known for its challenges, the scrutiny, the competition, the constant demand for reinvention, and Valerie faced all of it with grace and humor. When asked how she managed to navigate the ups and downs of fame, she famously said, "The key is not taking it too seriously." This mantra became a guiding principle in her life, allowing her to stay grounded even when faced with setbacks. This philosophy resonated deeply with her fans, who often saw her as a role model for maintaining positivity in the face of adversity. One admirer shared on a fan forum, "Valerie taught me that it's okay to laugh at life's challenges and keep going. Her strength wasn't loud or flashy, it was steady and real. Her ability to remain optimistic, even when Hollywood's fickle nature made things tough, earned her a reputation as someone who wasn't just talented but deeply relatable." The media also played a role in highlighting Valerie's unique approach to life. Interviews and profiles often painted a picture of a woman who was equal parts glamorous and down to earth. She was known for her wit, often joking about her career choices and the quirks of the industry. "I'm not here to fit anyone's expectations," she once said in an interview. "I'm here to be me." This candor endeared her to journalists and audiences alike, creating a sense of intimacy that many stars struggle to achieve. Valerie's vivacious personality extended beyond her career. She had a zest for life that was evident in her love for travel, her appreciation for art, and her joy in connecting with people from all walks of life. When Hollywood became too overwhelming, she would escape to Europe, immersing herself in the culture and recharging her creative energy. Fans often remarked on how this adventurous spirit made her feel larger than life. Valerie wasn't just a star, she was a citizen of the world, one admirer wrote on a tribute page. Her ability to remain true to herself, even as the industry tried to pigeonhole her, was a source of inspiration for many. Valerie often turned down roles that didn't resonate with her, even if it meant passing on lucrative opportunities. This courage to prioritize her integrity over her career made her a trailblazer in Hollywood. Feminist critics have praised her for challenging the status quo and proving that women in the entertainment industry can carve out their own paths, legacy in later years. Valerie's career achievements were extraordinary and earned her a place among Hollywood's most groundbreaking stars. Her legacy continues to inspire audiences today. Her ability to captivate audiences with bold performances and fearless choices cemented her as a symbol of innovation and change. But her impact wasn't just felt in the film industry. Her work inspired broader cultural conversations, particularly within the realm of feminist film criticism. Valerie wasn't merely playing roles, she was redefining them, challenging societal norms, and opening doors for future generations of actresses to explore complex and authentic characters. Her standout role in Lenny remains one of the most celebrated performances of her career. Critics hailed her portrayal of Honey Bruce as raw, real, and unforgettable, and fans couldn't stop praising the emotional depth she brought to the screen. The film's success sparked widespread media coverage, with headlines proclaiming Valerie as the actress who brought humanity and vulnerability to an industry often obsessed with perfection. Fan letters poured in, thanking her for showing a side of women that felt real and relatable. One admirer wrote, "Watching Valerie and Lenny made me feel seen. She wasn't afraid to show the struggles and the strength, and that inspired me." Valerie wasn't just an actress. She was a true artist who reshaped the way we view women in cinema. Her willingness to take risks and challenge conventions reshaped the narrative around women in film. Feminist critics have often pointed to her roles as pivotal moments in the evolution of Hollywood. By portraying characters who were unapologetically flawed, bold, and multifaceted, Valerie shattered the simplistic molds that had previously defined female roles in the industry. She didn't just play characters, one cultural commentator wrote, she brought them to life in a way that made audiences question everything they thought they knew about women on screen. Her global success was a testament to her talent and the universal appeal of her work. Valerie's films resonated with audiences across cultures, earning her a devoted following that continues to this day. Social media platforms are filled with fan tributes, edits, and discussions about her legacy. One fan recently tweeted, "Valerie Perrine wasn't just an actress, she was an icon who dared to do things differently." Another commented on a YouTube tribute video, "Her performances weren't just entertainment, they were art." Valerie changed the game, and we're still feeling her impact today. Financially, Valerie's success was equally impressive. While estimates of her net worth range from over $1 million to as much as $12 million, the numbers only tell part of the story. For Valerie, her career was never about wealth. It was about artistry, integrity, and leaving a legacy that mattered. She once said in an interview, "The roles I chose weren't about the money. They were about the stories I wanted to tell and the truths I wanted to share." The media played a crucial role in amplifying Valerie's achievements. Magazines like Variety and People often featured her, celebrating her bold choices and undeniable talent. Television talk shows eagerly invited her as a guest, captivated by her wit, charm, and candid reflections on Hollywood. Valerie wasn't just a star, she was a media darling, admired for her ability to speak honestly about the challenges and rewards of her career. Fans adored her not just for her roles, but for her personality. She was approachable, funny, and unfiltered in a way that made her feel relatable despite her glamorous career. One admirer shared in a fan forum, "Valerie wasn't just an actress we watched on screen. She was someone we felt connected to. Her honesty and humor made her one of us." Let us know your thoughts about Valerie Perrine's incredible journey and check out more content in this series. Valerie Perrine's story is one of extraordinary talent, fearless choices, and a legacy that continues to inspire. Despite the challenges she faced and the controversies she encountered, her contributions to film and television remain a beacon of innovation and courage. From her critically acclaimed performances to her impact on feminist film criticism, Valerie's life is a celebration of artistry and resilience. If her journey has inspired you as much as it has inspired us, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more incredible stories like this one.